the summer of 2020, a group of extraordinary people decided to use their collective power to provide a restorative space for Black folks to rest, recharge, and simply exist after weeks of protests. These friends, colleagues, and neighbors came together in a public park to center Black expression, Black presence, and Black visibility. Together, they have created a safe haven and social demonstration of love and resistance. Meet the Layout.
Joy, pump it up.
Joyful, joyful.
What's really interesting is, especially now, everything is about Black joy.
Everything about Black joy.
Everything. It's the commodification of Black joy. We're watching it in real time as a direct antithesis to last year and last summer with the uprisings, right? So it's like, let's hurry up and make sure everything is okay and put this big, like, Black joy Band-Aid on it. And if we highlight it, everything is okay. The Blacks will be fine in the country. Yeah. And I think thinking about what our joy actually is, it's not a hashtag, right? It's the way that we are taking up space now. Yeah. It's the being for me.
Hello. Hi. Yay. Ooh. Sorry. Okay. Hi, my name is Emily Anadu, one of the co-founders of The Layout. We are so excited to welcome people back for our second year. Funny enough, this actually coincides with the 1-year anniversary of the first one. So thanks y'all that came back. It's a reunion.
Peace, y'all. Make some noise, please. Let me hear some voices. Let me hear some energy. Let me hear some soul. Let me hear some spirit. There we go. Because we alive, y'all. Like, let's just start there. Like, we woke up this morning and we came to the park to enjoy each other, to stand in communion. And so amongst the team, we are so thankful and grateful to have you. And we hope you enjoy yourselves today. We hope you enjoy yourselves tomorrow and every day that you get blessed with after that, all right?
The Layout, for me, is just such a wonderful and magical story because it is everything about Black joy, Black hope, Black community, art, the way we just are magnetic and like attract each other. So the Layout really started last year following George Floyd's murder. I know for all of us that watching George Floyd's murder, but then seeing all the protests and things that were happening in New York, and I think for many of us that have been spending time in the park, it just felt like we needed each other. We knew that we just wanted something to come together, and I think just through the magic of, speaking something out loud to one another, and it came together so quickly. Bree and I were like talking on a Thursday.
Literally in the park.
Literally in the park, on the edge of the park though.
Yeah.
And for me, even the symbolism, we were sitting on the edge of the park, looking out into the park and not seeing Black faces. Yeah. Protests got pretty heavy in Fort Greene, right on
DeKalb, yeah.
And as part of the protest that night, a police van ended up having a Molotov cocktail thrown into it, exploding. And I remember getting up that next morning after, meeting Manushka, to actually clean up because I live right in the neighborhood and everything was gone. It was like it had gone from looking like a Jerry Bruckheimer movie to nothing. Pleasantville, literally, like Stepford wide. It was crazy. The farmer's market was out,
the dogs are back out, there wasn't any pain or anything to be seen before.
But the only thing that was left over from the previous night was the letters Black Lives Matters, or the words Black Lives Matter spelled out in the ashes of the police van. And I feel like even for that, just getting to that moment, and so we just very quickly came together. Literally, we started talking about it on a Thursday night. Bree and I started talking about it. We connected with Cy and Brother Michael, who's not here, and then Manushka was already part of the gang, and we went from Thursday talking about it to Friday at 1 p.m. saying, F it, we're putting up a flyer, let's do this.
And thinking about how deeply of a balm it was in the middle of COVID, in the middle of the uprisings, to have Black folks congregate and come together for no other reason, not in protest, not in pain, not in anger, to hold space and breathe. We claim and reclaim this space in an open, shared public park. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not just come and be? There's a moment for rest. There is a moment to just tap back in to community, to hope, to our faith, to the thing that tethers us to each other. I mean, it was so beautiful. And then people have continued to say that, like, y'all saved us last summer.
Yeah.
Y'all literally saved us.
Joy is a form of resistance. Rest is a form of resistance.
We should not still be here, and we are, because we have this joy about us that overcomes anything and everything.
Finding the beauty in life, no matter the circumstance, no matter the environment or the conditions. And I think we all, knowing our history, only strengthens that. That connectivity to true human emotion, the ability to smile, regardless of the
And that
ability
connectivity to
sing.
each other, right?
And then that's what builds the community.
Yeah.
Because it's a connective thread and connective tissue amongst all of us. Here we go. I am here. I am present. I am loved. And I am unstoppable. There we go. I love that.
Joy and rest are synonymous when we're talking about resistance, especially for Black people.
Yeah, and I feel like self-care, that hasn't been something that we've been able to prioritize. We haven't been given that opportunity to prioritize that in our lives. And I think a lot of us, we struggle with self-care, and we think about the luxuries, like what we can afford to do, like going to the spa, versus looking at self-care as like self-work. Like you don't even know when to turn things off. You don't know how to set certain boundaries in the workplace, constantly performing so that your Blackness isn't the first thing that people see. And like you said, it's like an always on thing, and it's exhausting. So I mean, self-care is something that I'm not just doing it on a Sunday.
No.
I'm not participating in self-care for the hashtag. It's literally something that I have to prioritize day in and day out, because in the past, I didn't even know what that looked like. Didn't even know how to self-care properly. And it's definitely something that is moving through our community, and it's becoming normal, and I love that for us.
Hope and faith are like the drum beats of our community. It is it's the due north that is continuing to keep us on the path of striving, surviving, trying to thrive in spite of everything that this country keeps throwing at us. And hope is the thing that allows us to also just be. And I think that there's a sacredness to the being, and it's powered by hope. It's elevated, supported. It's there's so much love in the hope that we all have for our collective selves. That all we got is us, and there's got to be better.
Not to like diminish it, but I think hope is a byproduct of a stronger force. And I think what really exists at that core, really at that centering, is love. And whether we have a full understanding of love, whether we have a grasp of love, no matter how we've experienced love, or even the opposite of the adverse, that's the light that continues to just pull us in a certain direction. That's the thing that lends us to faith. That's the thing that lends us to optimism. Love is the source that pushes us even when we don't have a clear sight of what's ahead of us or what we're moving toward. I think that is the beauty of our human existence and our experience. That is, what magnetizes the resilience. That's what straightens our back when we, when we feel slumped down, when we've gone through too much, when the weight is overwhelming. It really is love. And no human has the perfect definition of it, but we are the perfect definition through our actual being, through our ability to just breathe and to have this life and to continue moving forward and to continue waking up and to continue making choices and decisions and continue speaking and hugging and all the things.
The poet, everyone.
The poet, exactly.
Forget.
Go ahead, magnetize. Go ahead, magnetize. Somebody
I
give him a mic.
hear y'all.
Somebody give him a mic.
I hear y'all.
Yes. He said we are magnetic.